Danganronpa.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. And it's time we started our first class trial. So let's get this started. I about to say let's get this over with when it hasn't even started yet. How awesome am I?
Huh?
Huh?
Are you kidding me?
Hey, what the heck is that mountain? When did that get there? Never mind that. How did they even make a mountain shaped like Monokuma? Yeah.
No way.
That story might be true after all. There might be an enormous organization involved in all this. Oh. You mean what Byakuya said before,
You
right?
are right.
Byakuya, we still needed his knowledge. I still can't believe he's dead. Byakuya. What happened to Gundam and Fuyuhiko? Now that you mention it, it appears they aren't here yet.
I got it!
Oh, I know, they probably ran away.
No way!
Oh, hell nah, there's no way I'd let them escape, you know. Look, I dragged this one back over here.
Don't fuck with me!
I'm telling you, let me go.
Hey!
Hey now, if you keep acting violent, I might just eat you up.
Hey!
Hey, Fuyuhiko, what were you doing all this time?
Huh?
Nothing. I wasn't really doing anything. Just chilling in my room when I suddenly heard that fat bastard got killed. Who the fuck cares about that anyway? How can you say something so irresponsible?
Do you
We've
understand?
been doing our best to investigate this murder, even though we don't want to, just to survive.
Wait!
Mahiru, that's enough. You too, Fuyuhiko. Dumbass. I guess we're waiting for Gundam?
What happened?
I'm right here.
Now then!
Remember this well. A main character arrives when he intends to. Huh?
Hey!
Seems you noticed it too. If I did, then I'm right.
Well now!
Alright, now that everyone's all together, let's take the secret entrance to the trial field. Please wait a second.
What's this?
My, mon ami. Just what are you doing here? Nobody asked for you. I...
What?
Do you actually want to join in?
You masochistic
You want to
mascot.
taste how powerless you are at the class trial? You're even bigger masochist than I thought.
Special bleeding service!
Oh, well, I'm a big brother who dotes on his little sister. I shall allow your special participation.
See ya later!
I'm going ahead and wait for you guys. So hurry over.
Huh?
He told us to come, but how do we get there? I don't see any doors or vehicles.
What's going on?
Maybe this was something, secret entrance, was it? Secret entrance? Like, the rock here? Roar. What the? Something's shaking. It's the earth. This is dangerous. Everyone, please get down. Something came out.
No way.
Could it be? Is it telling us to enter it?
What?
Such a suspicious aura. Even Crimson Steel Elephant Magazi is trembling with fear. Ah, that's so totally suspicious.
Hey!
Forgive me. Seriously, just forgive me already. Why don't we just stop here? I mean, none of this is real anyway. Like, not even remotely.
No way!
There's no way he'll find the killer. We'll find the killer.
Stupid.
Complaining won't get us anywhere. If you're really a man, then man up, for God's sake. We've come this far. We've got no choice but to keep moving forward. You're right. There's nowhere for us to run. We need to do this.
Hmm.
If that's everyone's decision, then I'll just follow you guys.
Yep.
If this were a video game, it'd have a very high difficulty level. Let's do our best to clear the game. Shaking with fear and nervousness, I hesitantly lifted my feet and stepped onto the escalator. I won't think anymore. If I think, I'll run away. But aren't you thinking right now about not thinking? Like, seriously, what? Are we gonna... Oh, no, we're going down. Okay. Oh, right, to the elevator. The entire rock is an elevator. Once again, Monokuma's doing what he pleases.
However,
If he's gone this far and made something like this, I don't think he's playing around. Even so, we're going pretty deep. You're right. I heard an unnerving chattering sound inside my head. I soon realized it was the sound of my teeth. All I could do was purse my lips tightly so everyone else couldn't hear it. Are you cold or something? Is that why? Oh, wow. Then we were listening to unpleasant roars as the elevator plunged deeper and deeper into the earth. Jeez, how deep is this elevator? Ding. Ah, what is it?
welcome!
I felt like something was crawling on me because there was something crawling on me. Freaking ant? What the fuck? He's dead now, so. Sorry about that. I was kind of completely ignoring everything that happened in the game while I was dealing with an ant on my leg. Don't mess with me, asshole. Come on, you're wasting your time and energy. Hurry up and take your seats where your names are written. Like everyone knows, even if we tried to resist, it won't change a thing. This is my code. We walk towards the seats and we hear a big sound. Oh, excuse me. Ron, we need to find out who killed Byakuya. The ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Tokami. He was overly critical, arrogant, and condescending, but he also had a strong sense of responsibility. As we were panicking, he accepted his role as leader and tried his best to keep us together. A guy like him got murdered. A guy so swell, a guy like him. The person who did is one of us. Can't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. But if it's really true, we need to find out by any means possible. Good. Be awesome. There's one way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. There's no way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. And so, the life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair has begun. Yeah, unlike Danganronpa 1, it's like a deadly trial, a deadly steps, a deadly betrayal, deadly, 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 deadly. It's just like, this trial is about to begin. It's like, sweet. All right, let's set our skills here. We only have 16. Influence guides, yes, yes. 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 I think that's all I got, which is a good thing because I'm only at level 16. So, finish the preps. All rise.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Alright, this is the
During
first
the
time I've ever
class
done it on
trial,
mean
you will
difficulty,
present
so
your arguments for who the
let's see
killer
how it
is,
goes.
and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened. And that
And he has
person will
Monami
earn
just
the
swinging
right
right
to
next
leave
to him
this
there.
island.
Such a cruel
See, right
rule.
there. I was
Before
like,
we
there's
begin,
Monami.
I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Jeez.
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such
Okay.
a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way,
Yeah, a bit.
this class trial is gonna be 100% fair.
Okay.
So there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
You hate me that much?
Poor Monami.
Now, let's begin.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
Were you
I
even
don't think that
listening
would
to the
work out
rules?
really well.
Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in
So?
the dining hall? Huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Well, it kind of does. I mean,
Huh? What does that mean?
you are involved in this in some way.
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
Huh. The most pressing issue on our minds?
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath a table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
All right. The reason why Byakuya. No, think about Izoi's time. We have to do this no matter what. So class trial has finally started. From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at every important moment. Sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. As things progress during the class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all your classmates will speak one after the other without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to move the reticle and then fire it with the triangle button. You can only fire by you can also fire by tapping the statement. But as you probably guessed, I'm not using the Vita, so I can't tap anything. And I did a trial run like this. Trial run just because I was a little concerned about one of the mechanics in here, and I saw that I had nothing to worry about, but then I also saw that I had something else to worry about possibly, but we'll see what happens there. Make your argument, so. Okay. Alright.
Why was Byakuya's body?
I'm gonna turn up the
place
volume
like
just a
that?
little bit on my end, so I can hear it a little bit better. I mean, I need a better editing software in order to like increase the volumes for both my voice and the video's
After
voice.
the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
I don't think so,
No, that's wrong.
because there's probably a reason why it didn't move there.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Huh? Why?
Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere,
Lots of
there was
blood.
no sign the killer
Lots
actually dragged the
and
body
lots
through.
of blood. Just look at that blood.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body.
That's like, in all honesty, I think it's a little too
I
much
get your
blood.
point.
Oh, and here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
Well, at least he's trying, unlike you,
I
you dumb
respond better
bitch.
to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Oh.
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
So Byakuya snuck under
Yeah.
the table for
I mean,
reasons
that does
unknown,
make the most
and
sense,
that's
doesn't
why
it?
he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
That
Right.
does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
I
The hell he was?
don't
You
think
seriously
that's
couldn't
the
tell what
reason.
kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean you dive under the table.
The
True.
reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
Uh-huh. The reason why he dove under the table. Connected to what Byakuya was doing at the party. That's probably the knife.
I can
That's
prove it
not a
with this.
knife. That's a knife.
It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
Byakuya probably
Oh.
noticed the knife was hidden there.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see about that.
So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
Okay.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
True.
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment.
Yeah, he probably did. I mean, how
For
else would you?
example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
Hmm?
You seem rather confident about that.
True.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
Go on.
This is almost like a real trial.
Monokuma, why are you signing? I mean... Alright, during the previous statement, there was only one weakness. Now, from this point on, there's going to be various other ones. And it's your... And it's my thing to, you know, pick the right one. And now I can use concentration, which does my focus gauge, you know. Alrighty. Lots of bullets this time. That's what happens when you set everything to main. But if you just hold down
I'm
L, you
sure
do a
Byakuya
quick which
ducked
one
under
of
the
what you want to
table.
be at. So it's fine.
During the blackout.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds correct.
Oh, that's the right one. No, it's not.
If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands
You mean you, dumb bitch?
must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food.
Poor Akane.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
Hold on.
No, that's wrong!
There was something that there was a way he could.
No, Byakuya was probably
seen
the
him.
only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using
Yo,
those
look at these night vision
under
goggles.
the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
That makes most sense,
Your
obviously.
reasoning is out of focus.
Objection!
No, that's obviously wrong.
All
It
right.
should be the other way around.
Other way around?
Seriously?
That's
The
so odd that
killer
we
used those
see
night
the other
vision
one in
goggles,
their
Not
things.
Byakuya.
Really? Were you surprised by my hero's sudden argument? Yeah. Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Welcome to the first new mechanic of Danganronpa 2. You will go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the directional buttons or by swiping the screen. So, yeah. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. And based on that, you can skewer the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it'll skewer towards their advantage. In the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. So you will lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be very careful. Yeah, okay. When the mood skewers to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skewer the mood toward the other party's advantage. Plus, it's going to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with triangle. When you're using the touchscreen, please argue by swiping with 2 fingers. Yeah. Of course, you don't have to. If you don't have the correct truth bullet, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. So yeah. Huh? What's a truth blade? Truth blade. I'm terribly sorry. There has been a delay in contacting you. I'll make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. What the hell? In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. Like truth blade. That's about it. There won't be other changes in your handbook menu. Okay? Only the name has changed, but don't you think a change in feeling is important? Press start control. Yep. Okay. Alright. Here we go. This was the new mechanic I was a bit worried about because I didn't understand at first when I first got this game.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
But all I gotta use is just the directional button. And it's a lot better with the analog stick.
The killer used them.
Duh.
Because if they use night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality.
Whoops.
So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Nope.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Break.
No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Yeah.
Definitely?
Definitely.
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party.
Duh.
He found a smaller
Most definitely,
case for storing the
it
night
was
vision goggles.
Byakuya. Again, if any of you bothered to investigate, I mean, I'm sure
that the night
some
vision
of you
goggles were kept
did,
inside that
but I'm
Duralumin
just
case
saying.
as well. Woohoo! I said assume. Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Okay.
Byakuya was the only
Oh,
one who could
Ibuki,
take
you're
the
just
night
so
vision goggles out
you're
of
so
the case,
cute. You deserve a pat on the head.
since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
I don't think so.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Ooh, you totally mean that in a perverted way.
Ew, I don't care what you think. I never thought to do really in case longer than night vision goggles too. No, that's not possible. Life was hidden in the because of duct tape. It's the duct tape.
There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Duct tape. It's a weird word.
Oh.
Duct tape.
So
Pronounce
that's
it
why
as
we found duct tape there.
You know,
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
Nope.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
True.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well.
Yeah.
It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying he
Probably.
predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
You think so too, right, Hajime?
I mean, yeah, I think so, but I don't think he possessed the all-seeing third eye. Well, gee, what was the thing that we found in his room?
I can prove it with this.
This.
Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Did you have to say it that way? Because she's like, I do have proof right here. Be careful. The first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone.
Hey, the hell is this?
Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage. It
Yeah.
looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
Mm-hmm.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Ah, why would he though?
Wasn't me.
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies.
Friendly
Those are
lies.
still lies.
It doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
Yep.
He
Seems that way.
probably decided to throw a party because
I'm
of
trying to
the
decide if
letter.
they played this. Yeah, they had this on in the first game too.
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone
Mommy's just
tabs
swinging
on
right
each
there.
other. In
So I'm a
doing
little
so,
off topic of
he
the
tried
main
to put the
case,
writer of the
or
letter
of
in a
what
situation
Nagito was
he
saying.
couldn't act.
I almost said
But
Byakuya.
the
I was
letter
like, wait a
might have
minute,
been just a
Byakuya
little
is
prank.
dead.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk.
Nope.
A strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
Probably.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
That probably wouldn't have been the best
If he had, we
idea.
would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
Yeah.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone?
Yes.
Strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Yeah,
Screw that
unfortunately.
noise. Who the hell wrote that letter?
We don't know.
Well, obviously, the killer.
Killer. Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
I don't
If they
think
were
it's
willing to
gonna
come
work.
forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya? There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
What
Sure.
is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles.
Go ahead.
If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They
Oh.
wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
Well, it did have the mark. It did have a mark. Type thing. The glowing paint.
I see.
I have no idea what that first
What
one
if the
was.
glowing paint
I know
was the
one of
mark?
them was Byakuya and the
With
other
that,
one
you'd
was
be
like
able
the
to get
party
the knife
dishes.
even
I
in the
wasn't really
dark.
paying attention. As soon as I find the right answer, I'm like, oh,
In
there's the right
actuality,
answer. Don't
the
need to
knife
find
we found
anything
under
else.
the table. And the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Right.
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
Most
But
likely.
painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen. They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark.
Yeah, probably.
Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker.
Oh.
Which means it was you, Peko Pekoyama!
Pekoyama.
Echo killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers?
I'm not the killer.
Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so easily?
With Pecco's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Pecco's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
Calm down, Kazuichi. Tripping the breaker directly from the office. Pecco is the one who caused the blackout? Is that really what happened? Now we're going to get another new mechanic. Blue-colored weak spots will start appearing. If you call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots, the blue-colored weak spots will be called agree spots. So those are agree spots. That's basically you're going to shoot at them and you're going to agree with that statement. It's basically, I mean, it's somewhat similar to when you disagree with them. It's like, wait, no, you're wrong with this one. But then when you shoot the blue ones, it's like, wait, you're right with this and here's the reason. So yeah, I mean, I just skipped everything else after. You didn't really need to
Pecco was
hear
in
them.
the office,
Uh-huh.
she could have caused the blackout at any
See,
time.
there's the blue. That means you're going to agree with them.
Impossible. Because I was not in the office.
No,
Not even before the blackout.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
There you go. See, I agree with that. Such an easy way to be in
No,
there.
I think Pecco is telling the truth.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Pecco.
Why do they
Nothing
think
like that?
that?
At all. Nekomaru's account is actually Pecco's alibi.
Exactly. So can everyone just calm down a little bit, okay? Are we good? Are we good?
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started.
Yep.
And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Most likely Pecco.
Everyone else besides Pecco was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
Right.
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Pecco.
Uh-huh.
I guess that would be true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you are so insensitive.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit.
Shit.
Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
Wow.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
I agree with that.
The smell wasn't that strong. I
Okay.
used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
Probably.
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey,
Right.
how did it feel to do your business in the dark?
Why are we talking
Did you
about this?
get excited?
Taru Taru.
Stop it.
Yeah, seriously?
Still,
Stop it.
your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's
Huh?
the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
Oh, well, just hold on. He has every right to be in there.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Hmm?
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
I actually like
What
this
I
group of
mean
people a
is,
lot better
is
than
it
the first one,
possible
because, I
someone
mean...
slipped her some laxatives?
Huh?
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
True.
See, that might have happened.
The question is whether Pecco's stomachache was a coincidence, or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically. Okay. Thinks laxatives was added. But I mean, what else could really be the thing? I can't
Did
really
you eat anything weird?
think of anything.
I don't remember eating anything weird.
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it,
Mm-hmm.
you brought food to the office, right?
Right.
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Hold it.
No, that's wrong.
Hold it. Someone else ate the food. Someone else ate that food. You know it as well as I do. Everyone that was in the party room. I mean, I'm pretty sure some of us. Did anyone else eat besides just Akane and Peko?
Akane ate some of it too.
Like, seriously. That kind of
the
sucks
food
if
had
that's the only
laxatives
case.
in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
True.
I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize for causing a scene.
Alright, so
Fuyuhiko
let's
should apologize,
stop
not
that.
you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
But I mean, it seriously was a good
Did you say
accusation.
bitch?
Or it's a good, it was a good guess type things. Like, it could have been laxatives, but you know.
Peko's stomachache as a coincidence, and go back to discussing the blackout.
Okay.
Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
Yeah, you can go fuck off the hell, Yucko.
Trashy skank?
I am never gonna hang with you on screen anyway. I might eventually hang out with her because she does have hope for like months ago. So we need to make it clear how that blackout occurred. All right, how did the blackout occur? That have been something. Okay. Don't think Teruteru. I don't think any of those accounts would work.
Who tripped the breaker, and how did they do it?
Okay.
If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
I'm just gonna punch you in the head.
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
No.
Maybe they used a remote control.
No.
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker.
True.
They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters. Or maybe they caused a power surge?
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Boom. We agree with that. Or we agree on something.
It's just as Mahiru said.
I mean, somewhat.
The blackout was caused by a power surge.
Not somewhat. We do agree on it.
Of course,
Doesn't have to
that's
be
not
somewhat.
coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
3 irons.
When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on.
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Right.
Yeah, it seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool!
Whoa.
Hold on a second. Let me speak too.
Okay.
What the heck?
Don't need to be so loud,
You
Nekomaru.
say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout?
Yeah.
That's inexcusable!
How so? Shall we? Okay. Alright, let's do this.
If the irons in the storage room caused and for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the and that means everyone who was in the dining when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
True. Advance.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
Right.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to. If the irons caused the blackout.
Hold on.
Allow me
That
to
wasn't
cut
all.
through those words.
Wasn't all that there was.
The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred. They
Mm-hmm.
weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
Yep.
The air conditioners!
The timers for both
Oh,
air conditioners were set to
Nekomaru.
11:30
Nekomaru.
p.m.
Neko?
11:30 p.m.
Nekomaru? I don't
Mr.
know.
Ham Hands died around that time too.
I see.
Right.
When the timers
Okay, it's
activated the air
Nekomaru.
conditioners,
Neko.
the
Like a
breaker
cat.
was tripped
Meow,
and
meow.
caused a blackout. I see.
Okay, that's
I understand. Indubitably.
Indubitably?
indubitably.
Probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out.
Max
So
out.
once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia, not you too.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun,
Is she
dun.
right? Such a hateful bear. You deserve to die 1,000 deaths.
Jeez.
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Shut up! You
Okay.
guys just stay quiet! I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. Even so,
But what would you have?
if I
Yeah.
was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
Well,
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach.
that's
Resetting
true.
the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
I mean,
Sounds like you don't
Maybe.
need to blame yourself.
Even so,
Aw.
the killer is so
Fuyehiko
sly.
said
I'm
something.
starting to worry we
kind?
may never actually find them.
The hell?
It's alright. You don't have to worry.
Mm.
Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys.
Huh?
There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all.
What?
In the end,
How?
hope
What
always
the?
wins. That's what I believe.
Nagito, are you
What happened to
feeling
you?
okay?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Right.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident. For now, we found out how the blackout occurred.
All
The
right.
question is, who caused it, right? Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners.
Right.
Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building.
Okay.
What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
What are you talking about? We made some progress, you dumb
Even
bitch.
though we have been arguing for so long?
We've made progress.
Fortunately, it's the truth.
Yeah, we figured
Despite the
some
fact
things
that
out.
we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killer. But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
You're changing your story again?
Anyway,
What
I
the heck,
have an idea
Nagito?
about what we all should do at this point.
Oh,
Has anyone thought about our situation like this?
okay.
Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
Nagito, what the hell?
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you.
Okay.
Suspecting each other like this. There's no way that's healthy behavior.
I mean, I
Stop
agree
this
with
already.
you on that, but
We don't have to find out who the killer is. I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
okay.
I don't want to do this either.
Me too. Please, take me home already. I want to go home and eat candy.
Stop
Okay.
it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down.
Yeah, calm down.
We're all friends, aren't we?
Yes.
There's no way one friend would murder another.
Then why did Byakuya die?
True.
Who cares? Let's just give up already. There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
That's wrong. I think.
Oh?
Did you say something?
What'd you say,
Gosh,
Chiaki?
we've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
Okay.
You know who the killer is?
Yeah, let's...
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person. I think.
I see.
Alright.
Then care to tell me what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Uh-huh.
Didn't we already cover that? They use glowing paint as a mark.
No, not that. I mean before that.
Before? Ask about how the killer got close to that table? Even if they had to obtain the knife by relying on the glow of the paint, in order to do that, they need to get close to that table while it was still dark.
Let's try examining the situation. My hero's diagram might be useful here.
Yeah.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right?
Uh-huh.
Here it is.
Okay. Mm-hmm. This diagram is the clue. Who the killer is, and how they were able to move to the table in the dark. They're clearly shown in this diagram. Clearly. First, we need to discuss how the killer was able to move to that table in the dark. Okay. They'll probably use something to help them move in the dark. Here's another new mechanic. You have to point out the spot. This is similar to some of the Phoenix Wright games, so this isn't. So what they use the desk lamp, obviously. So yeah, like I said, Danganronpa is a mix between Persona and Phoenix Wright. Like I said that during my during Danganronpa 1.
I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
No.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. They used the power cord.
I can prove it with
They
this.
used the weight of the desk lamp.
They didn't turn the desk lamp on.
Nope.
They used its power cord.
Oh yeah. They used the power cord.
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right?
Oh yeah, just so you all know, this
By doing that,
class trial I'm
Killer
going
was
to split
able to
into
move
3
to the
parts.
table.
Obviously part 1 is going to be the
By
beginning,
the
part 2 is going to be like the end, and part 3 is going to be like, you know, the execution and the stuff afterwards. Sorry I'm mentioning that right now. I plan to mention it during the beginning of this part, but yeah. So that's why the class trials are probably going to be a bit longer than everything else. Who? The only person who could have possibly done it. The only person who was close enough to the table. Nagito Komade. Komoade.
Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Me?
Komoe.
Judging
Komoeda.
from everyone's positions
Komoeda?
before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Komaeda? Komaeda?
Which means
Nagito
the only
Komaeda.
one who could
I
have
think
felt
that's how you
their
say
way
his
to
last
the
name.
table using the
Komaeda.
power cord was Nagito.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a
Komaeda.
coincidence.
Yep, Komaeda.
Still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
Uh-huh. It was when he was cleaning.
I see.
Duh.
Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning?
Yep.
If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife.
Oh yeah.
That's...
If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
Okay.
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another,
When it's
I
one after
wonder,
another.
is something like that even possible? Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
But we did a thing.
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
True. He did. He did. Oh, I was like, why am I not hearing anything? It's because they still have the...
You rigged the drawing, didn't you?
How do
That's
you
how
rig a
got picked to clean
drawing?
the dining hall, isn't it?
No.
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but Regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
He is suspicious.
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan, too.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
Well,
Jeez,
just admit
Fuyahiko.
it already.
Nagito, tell me you
Nagito?
object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya.
Nagito?
Say something.
Nagito? Nagito?
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death. Ah, how wonderful. How beautiful it is. Huh?
Those eyes. At that moment, Nagito's eyes. The darkness in his eyes shone brightly as if layers upon layers of darkness were falling into each other. Yeah. As if hope and despair had been crudely mixed together.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was
Okay.
my doing all along. I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started. I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark.
Right.
And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout.
Of course.
After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone. Right?
No, there wouldn't be.
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
But I never
maybe just
expected
a little.
Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all saw how that played out. But with a twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery. Byakuya performed admirably.
Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
Lie?
Whoa, my hero's voice kind of
outrageous.
changed.
There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys. I
Oh.
understand better than anyone else that ultimately worthless. Too arrogant to have dreams
I mean,
or
you're
cling
not.
to hope. Too disdainful to actually try at anything. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
Holy
Nagito.
crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets!
Oh.
He seems like the sort of person whose
Ibuki?
eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
Wait, what?
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really the time to bring it up.
Nope, not really. Is he the real Nagito?
Hey, Nagito. If you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Oh, yeah, that
I sure
letter.
did. There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
Jeez, Nagito, you're
But
so
why would you send a
self-loathing.
threatening letter in the first place?
I think somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
How about we... Yeah, okay. Flashbacks, not that important.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong? That reminds me.
Mm-hmm.
Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Yes, that is true as well. He did suggest that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I get it. If Peko was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
Right.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions, it was all a trap to manipulate us.
Manipulation.
Yep, that's true
Concentration.
But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
I see.
Well,
Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it.
I wouldn't say it was convenience.
Worthless talent for a worthless human.
It was his talent. The ultimate baby face, because he was a heel. He was a heel all this time.
You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck?
It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks. But
Nah,
I'm
it's
still
a
the
good
ultimate
talent.
lucky student, you know?
Some might call the ultimate lucky student. You don't seem very lucky right now.
At
Yeah.
the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky. But it was actually the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty. Just like I wanted.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed, the despair it brings. It's
Oh.
only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
You're not making any sense!
It's fine. Let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this site.
Please, Monokuma! Please, wait!
Huh? The fuck?
The fuck?
How should I put this?
Just hurry up already.
What do you say? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange. If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke.
Jeez.
I'm sorry.
For now, might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
I agree.
But we know who the killer is.
Simply listening is acceptable. However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
Okay, from this point on, white noises are going to appear. Of course, you can't shoot your bullets at the white noises, so yeah. Yep, so we have to time our bullets correctly so we can hit the white noise. By the way, this difficulty is set to gentle, white noises won't appear at all. But we're not set to gentle. That had no meaning whatsoever. Oh, please don't worry, I'm not going to fall into despair. Okay. Allow me to say one more thing. This way, you won't be able to shoot down the white noises. That'll be explained later. Yeah, okay. We can't shoot down the white noises for this debate. Unfortunately. So that's kind of a pain in the ass, but you gotta do what you can do.
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
Oh, nope, can't shoot it down, that's right. So we just have to place the bullet
He has already
correctly.
confessed.
There's no reason to tonight.
You know,
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with the knife he hid.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
Nope. We have an autopsy to look at.
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikon?
Mikon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
Look at Ibuki.
But based on the entry
Oh, poor
on
Ibuki.
Byakuya's body, the actual weapon
Jeez
should be
Louise.
roughly 5
Yeah, this trial's pretty
millimeters
long.
in
I'm just
5
saying that outright right
millimeters in
now.
diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife.
Yep.
That better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse.
Jeez.
Not a whorehouse. Hey, why are you threatening her?
Enough.
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikon?
Okay.
As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
Right.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikon's the one who said it.
But
Sorry.
enough, Mikon.
Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Oh.
Who knows?
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off.
That's the one thing I'll agree
What
with
happened
her.
during the blackout? If you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
Don't
What?
get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know?
Ibuki.
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Seriously, how long is
Jeez.
it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
Nobody can see in the dark, no matter how hard you think about it. The truth is beyond your sight.
Might be beyond
Don't
our
you think
sight.
That's a pretty clever metaphor, despite the fact that it came from me.
It might be beyond our sight.
No, that's not it.
But will it be beyond our
Not
hearing?
What's not it?
Hmm? Should be beyond our sight. No, that can't be. It's beyond our sight. Should be some way to find out what happened in the dark. There's one person who could tell us what happened in the dark.
I can prove it with
She
this.
has an awesome hearing. And she's the
Even if you
best
couldn't see what happened in the dark,
around. Nothing's gonna slow Ibuki down. You're the best.
Isn't that right, Ibuki?
For real?
Don't act so surprised.
You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, hold on.
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation
There we
like
go.
this.
Ugh, sorry about that.
Step on my feet.
What the hell? What's going on here?
Yeah.
This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on. I can't eat like this, you know.
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
With Dinah?
The breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Wait, did I say something?
Such perceptive hearing.
I as in Hajime.
Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
Just like yours.
You've cut me deep with your knife of truth.
Nah, she's awesome.
After hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark,
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Oh.
it almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Well,
True.
that's actually what happened.
Huh?
As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make.
Small
I
respect.
was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
Shoved.
You out? Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
So, Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife. And he got shoved out from under the table before he could even grab it? Well, that sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
What the hell?
Here we go again.
What's going on here?
Seriously, why do we keep having to listen to the flashbacks like 3 times? I allowed the first one, and whatever. I couldn't interpret it like that. No, actually, now that I think about it, that sounds like exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing thing. I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on!
But we searched for it
Are you
first.
saying you're not the killer?
Sounds that way.
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan. But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. What happened after that? Even I don't know.
Well, that's great.
Failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
It seems that one.
Square one!
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth.
Jeez.
What other word is brimming with so much despair? But
I don't
you
know.
can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward.
No,
Rising to
shut
the
up.
challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
Great. Is Nagito really not the killer? Is this guy really the Nagito I knew before? No, there's no way I could say that. I just thought I knew him. This whole time I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know his true character. It's as simple as that. But now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means possible. If we don't, we all die here. And suspended. Another new theme that happens in this game.
Well now.
Last trial has reached its climax, but okay, here's a question for you. What's this? To those of you who've figured out what it is, how about you try out the Guess the Killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their saved data melt away like butter. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion. 10 billion? Of course, for those of you who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue on.
Now then, what are you gonna do?
Continue on, guess the killer challenge. Just kidding, you can't make a choice. There's no way we'd be able to guess who the killer is. And of course,
there's no $10 billion either.
Yeah.
So evil.
Truly are a villain. Yeah, alright. This is what I mean when I'm going to split the trial into only 3 parts. Technically 2. Because we're at the halfway point. That's right. When the trial gets suspended like this, that means we're halfway through with the class trial. And these class trials are long. They are so much longer than... I think all of them are longer than the last class trial of the first game, obviously. But hey, to be fair, the last class trial kind of was 2 in 1. So yeah, in the next part of Let's Play Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair, we're going to continue on with the class trial. So I will see you all next time.